Okay, let's talk about one of the biggest headaches in business, supply chain planning. It's a really complex puzzle, right? But what if there was a way to actually solve it?
Does this feel familiar? You're walking this constant tightrope. One day, it's empty shelves and you've got unhappy customers. The very next, you're practically drowning in product you can't move. It's just a frustrating and really costly cycle.
It usually starts with just a small change in what customers want. But as that little signal moves up the supply chain, it gets louder and louder, creating this huge whipsaw effect. So a tiny ripple on the customer side can become a massive wave for manufacturers.
And all that uncertainty, it starts to create some serious mistrust. The sales team, they're worried about stockouts, so they start padding their forecasts, just in case. Then production looks at those numbers, they're skeptical, so they adjust their plans. And just like that, your teams aren't a team anymore. They're just working in their own little silos. So you end up in this constant state of firefighting. You're expediting shipments, you're paying for overtime, you're writing off inventory, and all of that just eats away at your bottom line. And look, all that extra inventory isn't just taking up warehouse space, it's frozen cash. That is working capital that's just sitting there, tied up on a shelf, when you could be investing it in new ideas, marketing, actually growing the business. And this isn't just some internal problem. All of this chaos, it always spills over to your customers. It means stockouts, late deliveries, and pretty soon you get a reputation for being unreliable.
But what if you could break out of this cycle? What if you could stop just reacting to problems and start proactively planning for success? Well, there is a path from all this chaos to real clarity.
So let's take a look at what that path looks like. It really comes down to 4 key things. First, you have to unify your data so that everyone, and I mean everyone, is working from the same playbook. Second, you use analytics to actually improve your forecasts and see what's coming. Third, you optimize your inventory. And finally, you get all your teams aligned and collaborating on one single plan.
And when you get these pillars in place, the benefits, they're pretty much immediate. That mistrust between teams, it starts to fade away. All those blind spots in your supply chain suddenly light up, and that constant firefighting gets replaced by smooth, efficient operations. And this isn't just about things feeling smoother. This whole transformation has a direct, measurable, and pretty significant impact on your business. We are talking about a 10 to 30% reduction in inventory. Now, think about that for a second. That's capital freed up, way less waste, and you do it all while improving your service to customers. That's what intelligent planning can do. So in the end, it's really all about connecting the dots. When your people, your data, and your decisions are all working together, you can finally move out of the chaos of the old way and into the clarity of a truly intelligent supply chain.